Ran out of, ran out of space. Cheryl, that's in his job. Yes, Cheryl, yes. She made it so that I could do that. That helped a lot.
And we've got updated, finalized ones. Courier brought those today.
That was after the tech review, right? Yeah, that's a good thing to know. Whenever you're ready, Madam President. I know, I said whenever you're ready. 18:30, I like that.
The zoning board meeting for November 6th to order, and if you'd all rise, I'd like to do the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can you do roll call, please?
Oh, well, it's been so long.
Now, every time they do that, do they have to press that button?
No, you just press it once and then you should be on. So, gotta make sure that your light, is your light on and
Yeah.
green? Okay, good. Now, everybody can hear.
Okay. So roll call. Dave Maddox,
Here.
Paul Rowland.
Here.
Give me your-
Daryl Hall.
Daryl Hall, and who, is that it? Who was on it?
No,
Dana Millette is that.
Oh, okay,
Dana Millette is the other fifth member.
right.
okay,
We haven't had a meeting where he's been on the,
okay.
but he'd planned on being here, had a medical emergency where he's staying.
Okay.
Do we have anything we need to approve from prior meeting?
Did you approve the minutes
Minutes we
already?
need to do. Approve the minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to read through them all?
No,
Not
just take a
online.
minute for us
You
to
just
read
have
it.
a motion, you can,
I was gonna say, we don't have to read it out loud, right?
no.
Have you guys read through these already?
Yes.
Yes? Somebody make a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
I second.
So be it.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Okay. Okay, any old business?
No, looking at me, no, not unless Ben's got some. Didn't see any on the agenda.
Now, our newest member, Dana Millette, has been sworn in for the
Okay.
position. He just, he hasn't had a meeting since he became a member of the BZA. But that's the only old business that we've had.
Okay.
And we did that at a planning commission meeting.
So you're ready to go to new business then?
Yes.
right? Okay, so you just need a motion to recess the public hearing and convene the public, recess the public meeting and convene the public hearing.
Make a motion to recess.
Second? Anybody got a second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
Okay, so now it's all Ben
it's all been.
for a while.
I'll be in, and good evening, everybody. Thank you all for being here and giving us the quorum for these variances that are at hand in front of us. I'd like to introduce you, if I may, to the people that's behind me. This is Lindsay King.
John Kendrick.
David Frederick. This is Everybody knows Jedediah Manning,
Brian Woods.
Brian Wood. Our panel members up here of our committee that have been help to this community for many years now: Darrell Hall, Paul Rowland, Dave Maddox, spelled with an
With
I.
an I.
Cassandra Steele, she's been with me for many years, and everybody knows our great attorney, Greg Morlock.
Okay.
Appreciate him being here, giving us a quorum. This is a tight committee with 5 members, and you have 1 or 2 call off, it makes it hard to get a quorum after doing all this work for this. I quickly go through the packet. This first packet is on behalf of Lindsay King. She's the petitioner. Case number 110625-01 is the number I give it. And For King Properties LLC, owned by Lindsay King, off of Greensburg Pike in Knightstown, has petitioned this committee, BZA committee, for an address of property at 14 and 16 North Washington Street for a variance of use of that property to be an Airbnb in the C1 Heritage District. We have Airbnbs in the residential district, but anytime we have one in a commercial district, it has to be brought before this board for that variance. We did this when they did the one at BP down here, next to BP. The existing use of the property there is 2 one-family dwellings in this C1 district on the square. I've listed applicable ordinance section numbers. Section 4.1 is a commercial district, telling you what that is. Did anybody have any questions on that? Okay, and this is why I had to go through this procedure with the BZA. Page 2 of this package shows Lindsay King as the owner. Her signature was notarized by Roxanna in the town hall. Page 3 shows the receipt of where she paid the fee for this petition application. Page 4 is her affidavit of ownership of the property that we're discussing tonight on 14 and 16 North Washington. Everybody familiar with where those 2 units are? And the next page is 5, 6, get them here through my thumbs. 5, 6, 7 are the description of ownership of the property, legal descriptions. Page 8 is a letter of intent. This is what she's asking as a variance of use. Did everybody get a chance to read that? This variance of use that she's requesting is for herself as a current owner, and an opportunity that once this is presented, if approved, that it be carried through to the new owner. That's John and, okay, John, that's John that has made an offer for the property and interested in buying it if it is allowed. So that's why you have 2 ballots on this packet tonight. You'll have a ballot for the variance of use for Lindsay King, for King Properties, and you'll have a variance of use, continuing the variance of use that you'll vote on to pass or deny for continuing it for a new owner. Page 9, is there any questions on that? I'm sorry. Page 9 is the affidavit of notice to interested parties. This page 9 shows where Lindsay King had it notarized that she mailed these letters. I witnessed that, and we put them together and put them in the envelopes, and she had the certified slips. And we have an attached list of who all was sent letters to. These addresses were confirmed and verified by both of us. As you can see on page 11 and 12, that's the certified receipts of the letters that were mailed. As of today's date, I have not received any return to the Knightstown office, meaning everyone were delivered. It's been 2 weeks since they were mailed. I also want to point out that in the public notice, this packet had to be placed on my desk in my office. I had a sign-in sheet for anyone that wanted to review it, and no one, as of today's date, had come in to review it. In other words, nothing negative or nothing positive. Page 13 was the letter that I mailed out to, I didn't, I'll take that back. Page 13 is the copy of the letter that was mailed to each adjacent property owner by the petitioner. Page 14 is the public notice that was placed in the paper using the letter of intent of what the petitioner was requesting. Four King Properties requesting the variance of use from the Knightstown zoning ordinances for 2 small apartment properties located in the C1 Heritage Mixed Use District as short-term rentals. As the current owner and petitioner, I am also requesting that the use variance can continue to be transferred to a new owner in the future should the property be sold. That's why you'll have 2 ballots tonight on this variance. On page 15 shows where the petitioner paid for the ad herself in the Carrier Times. It even shows the date that the payment was made and when the publication was going to be posted in the paper, meeting the legal guidelines of what we had to advertise before this meeting. On page 16 is a format of that public notice from the paper. 17 shows the public notice again. And this public notice is what is posted at the town hall on the bulletin boards in the lobby and at the door out here. And it also shows the second variant that we'll have later tonight, because they're both the same night of this meeting. On page 18 is the use variance being requested. And in this, Ms. King and I sat down together. She did this up, and I entered it in on my computer and printed it out. She signed it as being her words. Is there any questions on those 5 statements? Anybody? Okay, this is her words on what she felt about that it would not, I don't have to read those, do it?
No.
No. The next page 19 is where I included tonight's agenda page, because I had to change it and add the one that's for the school. And page 20 shows an aerial shot of where these units are, 14 and 16 there on the off the square, on the west side of the square. And 21 is one of our Knightstown public maps, zoning map, shows the zoning. So it is in the C1 district. Is there any questions on anything?
Lindsay, could you come up and get sworn in?
Ask if there's any
Please.
public comments if you want to.
Oh, do you guys have any public comments? Anybody?
No. If you raise your right hand when you get up here, Lindsay. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
If you'll give us your name and just spell your last name for us.
Lindsay King, K-I-N-G.
Go right ahead. Anything you have to add? Or
You-
any
You
questions?
hear how she spelled that?
I did, and this is the responsible party anyway.
Okay. So you've already, I mean, you have a sale pending
Yes,
contingent upon this.
yes.
Okay. And who's buying?
This is John Kindred.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to, I was just curious.
Yeah.
I wondered, okay.
John has other rentals in the Henry County area, other short-term rentals, and works with me at FC Tucker.
Okay, and that's where you had your office, right? One of them, but the other side was a rental all along, right?
Yes.
more apartment type,
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
yep, that one was, had a year-to-year tenant
Yeah.
when I
yeah.
purchased the building.
Okay. I'm good with
I'm
it.
good.
too.
Okay.
I mean, you have anything you want to say? Anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's a great opportunity for the town, and it, you know, brings a lot of people in, and they use the restaurants. And
Hadn't it? I swear I ran into somebody before. Hadn't somebody leased it as like a B&B before in the past? I thought so. I'm sure they were here for the Hoosier Gym, but
yeah,
you know, something like that.
yeah,
I thought so.
Touch base on about when that happened, you really didn't know they were not allowed.
yes. So I had my real estate office there in the beginning, and a long-term renter on the other side. And then I got the opportunity to purchase Ruthie Bonner's old office. And so I moved my real estate over there, renovated that space, and I started using it as a short-term rental at that time. At the time, I wasn't aware that it needed a variance because
You use that as a short-term rental?
not
The old
not
L and W, the old
No,
L and
no,
W
no.
market?
No,
no, where my real estate office was in
Had been.
14.
Oh,
The-
okay,
The
okay.
properties we're talking about.
I thought you-
Yeah.
L and W
I
market.
moved my real estate office out and began using it as a short-term rental. At the time, I thought that was okay because bed and breakfasts are allowed in that C1 heritage. So I didn't even ask. I thought I was permitted and fine. And then when I offered it for sale, John requested that we get the proper permits because some towns have specific short-term rental permits and wanted to make sure that he'd be able to continue use. So we thought that was a good idea either way, obviously, once we realized it needed to be done, so.
When Lindsay approached me, if I may.
Yeah.
When Lindsay approached me about this, she approached me, and I said, Lindsay, they're allowed in the residential area, because I reached out to Greg, and that's allowed in residential. I said, but you're in a commercial area, so we have to bring it to the BZA. And she was very helpful, she understood. John wanted to make sure he was permitted to continue the process. That's where I will do up a letter, what you all decide tonight, yea or nay, for this to be a short-term rental, and yea or nay, whether it can pass on to the new buyer
Okay.
at this point in time. I wanted John to be here so you could get the meeting. We all felt that was the best thing, because this purchase will probably go through within 2 weeks or so.
John, you have experience with the Airbnbs already?
Come on up.
Come on up, I guess.
Introduce
We
yourself.
got,
John Kindred. Yep.
okay. Do you
Start
swear
there.
or affirm under the penalties of perjury the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, given us your name, would you just spell your last name so we get it
Yep. John
correctly?
Kindred. Kindred. Kind and red.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Hey.
So you have experience with Airbnbs
Yes, sir.
already?
Yep. So my wife and I have been doing it for about 4 years now.
Yeah.
We started shortly after COVID, saw the change with the market there, wanted to get into the short term instead. So we have up to 4 actually now up in Newcastle that are running.
Oh, nice.
So been running it for 4 years. Each time we've done it, we've kind of made it a little bit different. So one's 1 bedroom, one's a 2, one's a 3 bedroom, kind of space out the market well with it. So we're about 600 reviews in right now in guest count, and running about a 4.98 average across the board.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well,
Sounds good.
you guys want to vote?
Yeah,
We'll vote.
well, so, 2 things. Number one, you do need to ask if there's, and you guys can sit down.
Okay.
Any
Thank you.
public
If there's
comments?
any public comments on this particular petition, and there probably isn't, but we need to ask.
Any
them.
public comments on this petition?
Okay. And then hearing none, you have 2 ballots. We're consolidating, the presentations would have been the same. So you have 1 ballot that says for short-term rentals. You have another ballot that says short-term rentals to continue for a new owner. And I know we haven't met for a while, but just as a reminder, if you're inclined to grant the petition, either or both, each of those questions that you're asked to answer have to be answered yes. If you answer any one of those no for whatever reason, then your vote would be to deny the petition.
I need a pen. We don't have any pens.
We can share.
Any pens?
Here, he's
He
got
can use mine.
Figures the lawyer's got a fancy one.
You just unscrew it.
Not
It's
operating.
not
I wondered if-
fancy. Good Lord.
Do I have to dip it in ink?
No,
Okay.
no, you're fine.
Get your
You
quill.
want this permanent marker here because you're the president? I gave them the first ballot on the short-term rental.
Sure, so you can go ahead and mark those, and then when you're done, hand them down to our secretary. Whoops.
I wore myself out of this.
You shouldn't do that. I'm too old for that.
I keep telling myself I'm 26. I need to slow down.
Your mind says one thing, your body says another.
Let me see your pen. He needs to get a new fancy pen.
No, I don't. Want it right for you?
It didn't do very well.
It's just very particular.
It must be.
I'm not having any trouble. See if it'll write for you. Is it? Okay.
No.
So,
Right there didn't, but
Is
that's
that all
me.
the way?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one. This one's for transfer.
The short, yeah, to the new owner.
Off the top of that, do you?
Do what?
You can just grab the top of it.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, I'm like,
Yeah, I just give it, but you're gonna need it for the next item of business. So before we read the ballots, we need to have a motion to close the public hearing and reopen the public meeting. Because you can only make your decisions in a public meeting.
I'm sorry, what'd you say again?
Motion to close the public hearing and reopen the public meeting.
Okay, I make a motion to close the public hearing and go back to the public meeting. Okay,
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
No, you're supposed to say.
All in favor, aye. All in favor?
That's what you get the big bucks for.
Yeah.
All right, so now you can read off the ballots. I would do the petition first for short-term rental, and then the
They're
extension of
probably
the
just
short-
mixed in together.
yeah,
Yeah, they are.
all right.
Yeah, okay. Take your
Alright.
time and separate them.
No rush.
No, there's no rush.
Nope.
We're doing real good.
All right.
Okay. So if you will read the count, you don't have to, if it's unanimous, you don't have to read how each person voted. But if
Okay.
if it's not unanimous, then you have to read how each person voted.
Sure.
So,
Unanimous vote
okay. On both petitions?
on both petitions.
All right, so both petitions are granted, 4-0. Okay, thank you.
Are they,
Because Ben will need those,
so I'm gonna circle on the original that it's approved.
okay?
No stipulations or anything. I can send
No
a letter
conditions.
that both were approved.
No conditions, so you're fine.
Very good.
All right,
Congratulations.
one down, one to go.
Welcome to town.
All right. Thank you all. That went real smooth.
Okay, now we just need to do what, pause a regular public meeting?
You do need to have a motion to recess the public meeting and convene a, convene.
Can I
the
get a
public
motion
hearing.
to pause the regular public meeting and return to the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. How can I get a,
And Ben can introduce the next item.
in-
Okay.
Thank you all. That was very speedy. We went through it, I believe, professionally and clear. The next thing on the agenda is a variance for the development standards for an addition at the current high school. The development there at the high school is already in place, has been for approximately, I'm gonna say 24 years. Am I close? 24, 23, 24 years. It has been successful and safe with the way it is, and the school would like to keep it that way without meeting our current development standard of a total development project, according to our zoning code. And that's what we have, because that came about in 16 and 17. The school was there already 10 years, 14 years before that. So the petition at hand that you had in front of you that I shared with you, I gave it a case number 110625-02, dated the same way, today's date, by the Charles A. Beard Community High School, and the owner being Knightstown Memorial School Corporation. This is a consulting firm. We had a technical review meeting. You guys are all familiar with their technical review. Before any development, we get our town engineer and all of our local supervisors present to hear the plan and see the plan that you see is laying here, and Greg's got a small one. And I shared a page of the plan on the back of your packet. That's just one page of that whole row. But to give you a little idea of what we're doing, the original development is in place. That was put in place in that year. Now we're building 2 additions onto it. That's the plan. One of the additions is on the west side and one is on the southeast side of the school. And if the financing and everything that can be accomplished without tax increase. So this will save if we can keep everything like it is and continue with these 2 additions without having to upset the parking lot plan. The current parking lot has worked. This is gonna, because of the additions, gonna move some of the parking lots, gonna make a little bit more parking space on the north side of it, and so forth. I'm trying to explain briefly some of the plan that the school has had this consulting firm that you see here draw up. It has been presented and approved by the school board. It was presented to our technical review board, and everything for drainage and so forth is intact, in place. There just got to be some changes because we're building this addition. And the building itself that's there, I love what the consulting firm shared with me on the letter of intent. I'm going to go to that real quick. On page 5 of the packet, the building that is over 140,000 square feet. We're building like a room onto it. 28,000 square feet is bigger than a bedroom, but I'm just saying we're building an addition on it.
Nice bed.
And then we're building, the plan is to hopefully have the funds to build onto the part of the high school field house, another 17,000 square feet. But if you added those 2 together and you come up with a number is about 1/4 or so size of what's already there. And so the problem with our development standards is the landscape plans that have changed in the years. The parking plans where today you have the lights in the middle, but now you got to have trees if you have areas in there for the, separate the parking spaces. You have so many parking spaces, you gotta have these islands and you gotta plant trees for shade. It really just makes the parking lot, to me, more unsafe. The way it is has worked good for 20-some years, and we'd like to keep it that way with a few changes. If you could see the print, it shows the parking on the north side where the teachers park, over there by the radio station. That part is going to get another section on it. And in order to do it, they were going to have to put islands out in the middle of it to meet current development standards. The development is already there. We're just going, the swell, the drainage, everything is already there and has worked because of the size of the properties. But because of our ordinances, it says they got to do it this way, that way. I don't see this as your zoning administrator and building inspector. I don't see this as an issue that if we were rebuilding the whole development. We're not. We're just having to change some things on the west side because of the elementary addition and change some things because of the parking lot, additional parking and changes to that. So what they're requesting is a variance from these from these development standards, as I listed on page 1, in section number 5. They're asking for parking standards variance and landscaping standards. Our parking standards require curbs. They don't have any curbs out there now. The drainage goes out into the grass area. The grass area is used for overflow parking. So that we went through all this at the technical review, and these parts that they would change, because that parking has to be moved west, would require a curb under today's standards. And that would eliminate parking out past that asphalt for an overflow of parking.
The west of the asphalt,
Yeah, like they do now.
down that field.
Yeah, and that west area, grass area, is used often in overflow parking.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why they came, and we discussed this at the technical review. Got a lot of input from Dan Wright and Mr. Bainey, Mr. Woods. I couldn't think of your first name. Brian and everybody there, and Randy and I was able to facilitate this and get an idea of what we needed. And so I've come to you with this. I'm the one that put this in for the school from Mr. Bainey to find out if you all could approve this variance to help them to move forward to get this up for bid without these requirements for curbs. The landscape area, what we're looking for on that is any trees that have to be planted, as I have done at River's Edge and other places, give them a certain amount of time once the construction is done to get the landscaping completed. So my goal is to, as I have communicated to Mr. Bainey and Mr. Woods, give them like a 12-month interval once the construction's done to finish up tree planting around and be specified to match what's already there. Instead of trying to all of a sudden put trees up like we require today with our code, try to put the trees in consistent with what they already have, which gives them a better safety zone looking from the highway and so forth, rather than crowding it up as we would do in a different kind of area. And so that's what page 4 is. Just kind of tells that also, what I've just said about that. And these proposed building expansions are minor modifications to the existing larger structure. The variance of development standards being requested would ensure uniformity. That's what we're trying to do, a uniformity throughout, and try to get this presented and approved so they can put this out for bid and know that they don't have to go with the change from what they already have, and then maybe make them have to change stuff that's already there to make it look more uniform. This even includes, includes like islands around lighting, which they don't have now. They've got that concrete like similar with up at the bank and they put a light on it. This would reduce development costs, allowing the school to maximize the project within its budget without creating any safety concerns by keeping the uniformity of everything throughout the high school campus. So that's their whole goal. That's the letter of intent that I shared with you. Anybody have any questions on that? Page 5, the letter of intent. And again, I want to thank Karen Collins and Dan Wright. They helped me in generating that letter of intent. Karen sent me, it was because they did the minutes at the meeting. We all discussed it, but they sent me their paperwork, and I used that, and then I got Mr. Bainey to approve it.
Oh, Wright had been terminated.
What?
Well, Dan Wright's services had been terminated.
Has it?
Not yet.
Oh,
Soon, I hope?
They're interviewing next week. Potential candidates, yes.
So on the development standards variance, the proposed findings of facts on page 6, those 3 is similar to what you're asking on the ballot that you'll cast tonight, is the variance of development standards requested from the Knightstown zoning ordinances, if approved, will keep the uniformity of the existing campus design intact in the area of these 2 additions to make it uniform with the rest. This existing campus design and large structure has been proven to not be injurious to the public health, safety, morale, and general welfare of the community for many years. Number 2 is the requested variance will not affect the use and value of any adjacent property. The Charles A. Beard Memorial School Corporation development has been on this parcel of land for many years. The variances are for the areas surrounding the plans needs for construction of 2 additions to the larger high school within the existing developed parcel of land. The variances, if approved, will keep the campus design and parking areas uniform throughout with what is already there. The strict application of the terms of the Knightstown zoning ordinance, the current zoning ordinance guidelines would change the current campus design and the landscaping for the areas around these 2 minor areas. And that's what I was saying, it would change it, and maybe leaving it like it is enhances the visibility that they've had there the way it is. The public notice is page 7. Was there any questions on that, those 3? Page 8 was the agenda page that we had tonight. Number 9 shows an aerial shot of the school. The zoning map that it's in is number 10 and number 11. I tried to give you a little print that maybe showed you where the 2 additions would be. The elementary is to be on the west side of the building. The field house is to be on the southeast side of the building, where the gym entrance is. And the parking lot there'll be some parking added on the east end of the building. Plans are to add some parking on the east end, parking on the north end where the teachers park, another row there. And then the parking naturally is going to be moved over where the elementary will be built. It'll be extended further.
Where's the elementary? On the west side?
Yes.
Or
Where that
okay.
big parking
Yeah.
space is over, they'll have to do some excavation. There's got to redirect some electrical, some the storm drains and things like that where they'll connect into, and that's all in the print. And those are in my office if you need anything, see any of it. I'll step out of the way.
Do you have a recommendation on their request?
The request is a variance.
No, do you have a
Yeah,
recommendation?
Just what you're,
me?
yes, from you
Yes.
is the.
I recommend that we approve it to keep everything
Okay.
uniformity throughout the campus as they currently have.
Yeah.
Right.
Recommend this, has been proven safe for 20-some years. The overcrowding of the trees on the north and east side and the west side, it would really change that appearance. And in this variance, I have without having to come to the BZA, give a developer an opportunity to have, when I give them a certificate of occupancy, I'm glad you mentioned this, I need to throw this out there. Anytime I give a certificate of occupancy, that has to be completed, or there's a stipulation in that certificate of occupancy that they have so long to complete something. Not dealing with the construction, but it may be the grass seeding, the drainage, or the, the tree planting because of weather or whatever. So in my experience as a zoning administrator and a building inspector, before I give a certificate of occupancy, I look at everything, and then if it's something, and I give them 6 months or a year to get that completed, especially if they're building another house right next to it. And that's what's going to happen with this. We're looking at maybe the possibility that once the construction's done, figuring out to get the trees that's already there to go back in and keep everything uniform after the changes are made, maybe 6 months to a year after the development's finished, and giving them a certificate of occupancy to use it. Okay, so I recommend that you do that,
I had a couple
and
questions.
recommend that you.
Either one of you, both of you if you want.
See if they have a presentation to make, and then you can ask your questions. Come on up. Come on up. Yeah, let me swear you in, and then if you don't have a presentation, you just answer questions, that's fine. Go ahead, right hand. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Give us your name and spell your last name for the record, please.
Jediah Bainey, Behny,
Maybe your first name, too.
Jediah.
Thank you. So, did you have a presentation other than?
We
what
do not.
They did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I was curious. So I'm trying to picture what 27,800 square feet is in my mind. From that west wall, does it get into the parking lot? Or,
I'm not sure what you mean. From the west wall of the existing school
right,
now.
and we're gonna add on and push out to the west.
Yes, correct.
How far out west will it go?
It goes
Give me an
about,
idea. So,
about
like, I know
halfway
where
through
the
the
sidewalk
existing.
is over there to the west.
It does go out
And
into
then,
the
and
existing.
then there's, like, the center, like, where cars can pull in that way. Does it go that far?
Yes, yes.
It does.
Yep.
Wait, what was
We're
the
looking
last
at
part?
a
It goes-
two-story elementary school.
It's going out, the last thing you said, how far out on the,
It's going out into the existing parking lot
Okay.
now. You have,
How far west? It doesn't get into the grass to the west, does it? Does it go
No.
out that far? I
No,
didn't
it
think
doesn't
so.
go out
So
that
it
far.
doesn't block your, okay.
but
Okay, guys, we're on video. People can't hear 5 people talking at once. So if you ask a question, let them answer it, and before you ask your next one, and then we'll go from there. So people out there can hear.
So they're gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
I know it's how we used to always
Okay.
do it, but it doesn't come across very well.
That's more clear than
If
that.
I may, Brian Woods is here also, that he's pretty familiar with the size of that building. Y'all need anything, of course.
So it doesn't go quite into the, well, yeah, it does. It goes into, pushes a little or right to the center lane, doesn't it?
mhm.
Okay.
And then that'll push the buses down, like the buses go there to push them down into this south area here.
It'll push them out farther to the west.
Okay.
And what was, and then you're expanding the field house?
Potentially, yeah, that's an alternate bid right
Right.
now. And that goes out from the back from that existing athletic area
South.
now.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go out very far into the existing parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to picture it in my head. Anybody else want to see these?
On the square Brian, and he can tell you what size it is, I don't know. Right off the top of my head.
Thanks.
You want to hear from Brian?
You have anything to say,
Right,
Brian?
I was gonna say, I'm happy to swear him in if you have
I'll
questions.
swear in if you want me to swear in.
Okay, let me swear you in. Do you swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Give us your name and spell your last name, please.
Brian Woods, W-O-O-D-S.
Okay, now, any questions for him?
No.
Did you want to know what size
Listen on
that
the record.
was?
No, he,
I know,
the
I-
exact size. It goes
I
to
was
the
I
edge
was
of the
trying
parking
to
lot.
picture in my head, like, so, the old high school up here. How many square feet is that?
Oh, I couldn't tell you off the top of my So if we
I'm
were,
I'm just trying to
Step
get a
back.
mental picture.
Sorry.
I'm trying to get a mental picture
if
of.
we were looking at that high school, I would say it would be close to the same size as the intermediate school that you have there. It would be very close without the gym. Okay, so the gym is
Because it's gonna be 2 stories.
correct. It would be very, very close with what you've done with, from the width, especially if you look at the parking lot and where it's gonna go and where that building's gonna go with that
And-
parking lot.
And the
the
new
edge.
building that's gonna be up is classroom and probably, I'm guessing, a kitchen, a cafeteria, a small cafeteria for,
where the.
or are they gonna, they're surely not gonna share a cafeteria.
No, but they are gonna share the kitchen.
Yeah,
That
well, that's why I'm
original
assuming why it's on
design.
that west wall.
Uh-huh,
Because
but
that's the
the,
kitchen area, right?
yes, the elementary cafeteria will be where the high school media center is right now. So right in the middle of the building.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Just as information, because I think I'm the only one here who was, when this code was drafted. I don't think you were here then, were you? When we put the code together?
16 and 17.
You were here? Okay.
Yeah, I was,
So 2 hours. So the reason you have these parking lot standards is aesthetics. So you don't look out on a sea of asphalt, okay? At this building, these standards were not in place in 2001 or 2 when the high school was built, so they didn't have to comply with that. So I'm not for or against, or arguing for or against the variance. I just want you to understand that that's the theory behind it. You know, you just, it's less aesthetically pleasing, certainly, to have that sea of asphalt and to not break it up with lights and islands and trees and some kind of landscaping. So that's the other thing. But other than that, it's just, again, it didn't apply when this one was built, and you certainly have every right to grant those variances, so. And I think there's just one, right?
Yep, just one and 3 questions on it.
Right.
Did you have anything else? Any other questions for the board? Okay, all right.
No.
All right, so once again, if we could have a motion to close the public hearing and reconvene the public meeting.
Move to close, open.
Second.
All right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, good.
Now you can mark your ballots and then pass those down, please.
Okay, you wanna go ahead and tally them up?
We have 4 unanimous votes.
Okay.
No.
4 unanimous no's.
Favorable.
No,
Oh.
all favorable.
Build all kinds of curves.
Do we have any further business or public comments? You guys?
I don't. I've got enough tonight.
Mr.
No, I have nothing.
Morlock?
No, I have nothing.
I will make a motion to
No,
adjourn.
you can't make. a motion.
Dang
I,
it.
I will make
Wait,
one.
Before you adjourn, I want to say something.
Hold on, it's too late.
was
I already
very-
asked for an
this
hour.
was-
I already started it.
You don't have a motion.
3 variances in this group of men, leaders, took charge. We went through it. You've evidently reviewed the packets I passed out. And I've done my part, legally part, you've done yours, and it made it go smooth. In 45 minutes, we're finished with 3.
I'm home in time for Jeopardy.
In 45 minutes, we're finished with 3 important things.
Because we didn't have anybody from the public here to talk about.
That's
it.
true.
Makes a
That's
lot of
true.
difference, which is fine.
Make a motion.
We didn't have any public here to, for or against the
Yes,
petition.
I did make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you all for showing up.
Yep,
Thank you, Mr. Morlock.
my pleasure, always.
Appreciate it.
Try to keep it straight.
You went through the process. I'll circle with approved, and then I'll get you a letter
What are they
out
bringing up?
on it, okay?
When's the town board meeting?
It's the 20th, because there was some meeting on the data center or something in the county, and everybody went, all the council wanted to go, so.
The 18th.
Is it the, whatever, yeah, the third Thursday.
Well,
Oh,
Oh,
that,
no,
that,
maybe,
it's
I
the
had
way
Jeff
our
Van told
ordinance
me.
was
Maybe it's
set up.
yes,
18th.
yeah, 18th, yes, right.
so they're gonna bring up the issue with Landon Dean? Or,
I don't know,
I'll be here to bring it up.
okay, yeah,
Why he hadn't been,
okay,
why Middletown hadn't kicked into the curb, I don't know.
okay,
Have you seen it?
I have,
Went national. National.
sure, it's just, that you know, you have to always be thinking about what you're doing, you know. That's what the council meetings are for, come and have you say your piece.
Yes. I hope he's here to hear it.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be here, because,
I'm gonna let him hear it. All right, thanks
all
everyone.
right, see you, Dave.
See you guys.
Hey, leader, we appreciate you.
Appreciate you too.
Yeah, there's one up here. I laid mine up there.
I'll take them and spread the trees. As Greg said, and I got the last 4 ballots.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Have a
too.
good night.
Appreciate your help. That went real good, didn't it?
Yes, it went real